I'm recording this just a few days after our country celebrated Memorial Day. And one of the things I did on Memorial Day, in addition to attending the observance here in the town of Brewster, was to watch a number of episodes of Band of Brothers, which is based on Stephen Ambrose's book about E Company of the 506th Parachute Infantry Regiment of the 101st Airborne Division during World War II. And in one particular scene, a sergeant is talking to his commanding officer, and he's talking about the officer who is in between them. And he says it's not that he makes bad decisions, he makes no decisions at all. And that has devastating consequences for the men serving underneath him. There are times in life when we have to make decisions, when we have to choose. And the whole story in 1 Kings chapter 18 between the prophet Elijah, King Ahab, and all the prophets of Baal is such a story where we see a choice needs to be made. Which side are you on? And I'm going to be walking through this chapter this week just in small bits so we can linger, if you will, with the story as we move through it. So our verses for today are just verses 20 and 21. So Ahab sent to all the Israelites and assembled the prophets at Mount Carmel. Then Elijah came near to all the people and said, "How long will you go limping about with two different opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him." The people did not answer him a word. The people are like that lieutenant in Band of Brothers that I referred to. They make no decision at all. No one's willing to say, I am on the Lord's side. Or, you know what? I'm a worshiper of Baal and I'm comfortable with that. They say nothing. They make no choice, no decision. And Elijah uses this image of how long will you go limping about with two different opinions. Can you imagine trying to go for a walk and your legs not working together in tandem? Your right leg wanting to go off in this direction, your left leg wanting to go off in that direction. You'd look pretty awkward and it'd be very hard to make any progress. And you certainly couldn't run that way because you're constantly, am I going this way? Am I going that way? Am I going this way? Am I going that way? And when it comes to faith, we don't want to go limping about with different opinions. We want to be clear about who we're following. For Elijah, we're following the Lord God, the God who has called Israel out of Egypt, who has given the 10 Commandments and the law, and who wants us to worship him first and foremost. For us who are Christians, we are following Jesus and all that he taught and the way of life that he modeled for us. So we want to be clear about that. We don't want to go limping about with two or more different opinions. Be clear today about who you are following.